where news comes first. WECT News begins now with breaking news.
We are following the latest developments from Wrightsville Beach right now, where a pilot is safe tonight after a very wild ride. Police tell us the pilot was ejected from a fighter jet that reportedly crashed in the water just before 5 tonight. This is video of emergency officials hovering over the area where that pilot was believed to have been rescued. WECT's Bailey Hicks is live now at Wrightsville Beach. Bailey, what can you tell us?
Well, Fran, if you didn't know any better, this would honestly just look like another day at the beach. I'm here in front of the Holiday Inn, which is where one of those first initial 911 calls came in. Right at this access, which is access 8, it was blocked off by emergency officials. I'm told this is one of the points where they were considering bringing that pilot back up to shore. Again, as you mentioned, he was able to safely eject. Rescue crews immediately on the scene, pulling him aboard. The jet, though, the military jet, did later crash into the ocean. I spoke to a couple people who were out here on the beach and said they think they saw that pilot eject.
Just saw a huge splash. Didn't think much to it at first until I saw a couple sirens from the Tahoes from the Wrightsville Beach Police Department head down. Noticed a couple aircraft circling around more than they usually do.
Again, all quiet right now. There are a couple people, though, who have been staying here on vacation that are still watching the ocean, kind of gathered in a huddle talking about what had happened. Of course, everybody very thankful and very glad to hear that the pilot is all right tonight. Reporting live in Wrightsville Beach, Bailey Hicks, WECT News.
All right, this is a live look at the scene from our camera at Wrightsville Beach. You can see right now that all of the rescue crews have cleared the way. The Coast Guard is still out there, but apparently a military helicopter transported the pilot who ejected safely from that military aircraft. We will continue to monitor the situation. Again, it appears that all of the rescue efforts are over. The pilot has been rescued safely. The Coast Guard is still out there. Apparently, they will continue to look for the debris. We will keep you updated. Stay with us on air, online, and on our mobile news app. Tonight, we're also finally hearing from the former police sergeant who was just cleared on voluntary manslaughter charges. Nearly 2.5 years after Brian Vassey shot and killed Keith Fidel, a judge believed the defense, which claimed Vassey was simply doing his duty to protect others. WECT's Jasmine Turner spent all 14 days of the trial at the Brunswick County Courthouse as both sides tried to convince a judge to make a decision in their favor. Jasmine, what was the environment like today as this verdict was finally handed down?
Fran, the verdict was read quickly and it was emotional. There were tears from both sides as that not guilty verdict came down.
We hope that Keith's senseless death will highlight the need for CIT training.
Mary Wilsey, Keith Fidel's mother, spoke out moments after the verdict was read. Their family feels the verdict would have been different if the trial was heard by a jury. It was a bench trial. Brian Vassey's attorney spoke out in a press conference today, and all 3 members of his defense counsel said it was an honor to work with him, and they feel justice was served today.
I'm thankful for God. I'm thankful for my family. And I am thankful for the justice system.
In closing arguments Thursday, the defense told the judge, Richard Brown, that Vassey was acting upon his duty as an officer. As you can see there, Vassey did not have a lot to say, but that is what he shared at the press conference today. There is a civil lawsuit that has been filed by Keith Fidel's family, and we will keep you updated as this case continues. Reporting live in the newsroom, Jasmine Turner, WECT News.
There's a lot more to this story right now available on our website. As Jasmine mentioned, Keith Fidel's stepfather talked to reporters for 12 minutes after the verdict was read. He talked about what he called a cover-up from authorities and what it means to have the killer of his child free tonight. Take a look at the full news conference right now on WECT.com. A woman is struck and killed by a car today at a bus stop in Wilmington. Here's the dramatic video of when that car then slammed into a house near 10th and Dawson Streets. Tonight, we're told one person is in custody. WECT's Katie Gardner has been on the scene for hours talking with authorities. Katie, what's the latest that you've been told?
Fran, just like you mentioned, one person is in custody, and that's a man that was driving a silver Lincoln SUV that struck that woman. I want to bring you over. I'm standing in the spot where police recovered her body, but this is the bus stop. This is the sign. He hit it so hard, it actually came out of the ground, and police were able to get the woman off of the scene about a half an hour after the accident happened. But after he hit her, the car then sped over into the house you see across the street with a tarp on what we know now is the bedroom inside that house. Different crews have been on the scene looking at how to best make repairs to the house. But again, we do know the man driving that car is in custody right now. Take a look at some video we shot earlier today, and you can actually see the car in the house, and you can see it was quite the sight today. It was a lot of law enforcement out here, a lot of people out here. Many neighbors came out as well. They gathered, they were grieving. The woman lived with her best friend, and I'm told the best friend is still grieving as well as anybody would be. So again, one woman died out here today and one house was hit. Police are still working to confirm details. So the name of that woman has not yet been released, but you can visit WECT.com for the latest. Right now, reporting on scene at 10th and Dawson, I'm Katie Garner for WECT News.
Tonight, we're getting a look at the pizza delivery driver accused of hitting and killing another pedestrian with her car. We first told you about this last night on WECT News at 11. Brittany Boterford faces a misdemeanor charge of death by motor vehicle along with other charges. Wilmington police say she struck LaColtes Grady along Morningside Drive near Legion Stadium.
Whatever they charge her with, it's not going to undo what's done to this family.
Police tell us the victim was standing next to his parked car when Boterford reached for her cell phone, drifted left, and entered the oncoming lane. He later died at the hospital. He was actually on his way to see his girlfriend. Tonight, Boterford is under a $1,000 secured bond.
Still a chance for a few showers as we head through the evening hours, but I think those chances will be out the window here in just a couple of hours. But if you're along Highway 17 and you're looking off towards north, you can see some showers approaching and now moving across Highway 17 in the vicinity of Charlotte. A couple of these showers might be working their way further south. Holden Beach, you could be in line for a couple of showers here as we head through the next 15 to 30 minutes. As we take a look at your Friday night forecast, shower chances diminishing to near zero by about 1 o'clock in the morning. Mostly clear skies later tonight with temperatures dropping into the lower 50s. And I'll have your complete weekend forecast, which features lots of big changes in just a few moments.
Well, yesterday's storms have passed. Homeowners are still surveying the damage, and there's lots of it. Lauren Rautenkranz visited some of the hardest hit neighborhoods today to see how the cleanup has been going.
It's a common sound in Jerome Pinckney's neck of the woods.
Another day in paradise.
This homeowner is in high spirits despite an EF1 tornado ripping through his neighborhood. And thankful after what came crashing down inches from his home.
4-year-old grandson planted this tree from a twig in a Dixie cup. And here it is 26 years later, and this is the untimely end of this tree. This
70-foot tall sugar maple tree was a pleasant sight for Pinckney and his wife to enjoy from their porch for decades. But now his family is having to cut through the trunk to get to their front door.
This is a big tree, and we've got some professionals coming in later today to take out the heavy stuff. We got some trees that are broken and have to be taken down on the back. So it's probably a 2-day process.
As a point of reference, I'm a little over 5 feet tall, and this sugar maple's root ball towers over me, and with the impact, the surrounding dirt even took out the septic line.
Nobody was hurt, and there was not any structural damage to the house to speak of, and if you can come through something like this unscathed, that's a blessing.
A blessing. The only curse is cleaning up. Reporting in Wilmington, I'm Lauren Rautenkranz.
An update now to breaking news we're following at Wrightsville Beach. Take a look at this video. You can see a pilot who ejected from a military aircraft being rescued and pulled into a helicopter. Officials have just confirmed the jet and the pilot are from Cherry Point. We're told the pilot is okay. No word yet what led to this incident. Now, we have a crew on the scene to learn more and will continue to update the WECT News app. So make sure you stay with the WECT News app. Stay with us online and on air. Coming up, a graduation ceremony is underway as we speak, so you may see traffic back up soon. We'll have a live report from a very busy road.
You're watching WECT News at 6.
Every year, family and friends of college students pack into our area for graduation at UNCW. Traffic throughout Wilmington grows as a result of that. WECT's Molly Oak is live along South College Road. Molly, it's got to be jam-packed out there right about now.
Hi, Fran. You know what? Traffic's moving a little smoothly, as smoothly as it can be for college. But with the graduation ceremony is underway at UNCW. It started at 5:30. Now, when I was coming in to do this hit at about 4:45, traffic was miserable, complete standstill, and it didn't help with all that CFPUA road work that's going on, but we'll hit that a little later. Let me give you a live look here at South College Road and Hurst Drive. Things are, like I said, moving pretty smoothly, or as smoothly as they can for College Road, but they will probably get backed up again when people are leaving the ceremony later tonight. So if you're heading out to dinner or you're heading out of town, you may want to leave a little on the early side to avoid any backups. Now, I did speak with an officer from UNCW Police, and he said that officers will be... Woo! All right. That guy was ready to go. All right, now he said officers will be on campus helping to direct traffic and be in parking lots, but he did ask that people be respectful and be patient. Now, that CFPUA road work, good news, it is all wrapped up. They were finishing paving at about 3:15 today, but those barriers are still up, so be prepared for some delays. Leave a little bit earlier, especially tomorrow, because there's two more ceremonies, one at 9:30 and at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So reporting live in Wilmington, Molly Oak, WECT News. Eric?
Well, it might be cool and rather cloudy out there now, but things are about to change in a big way. Might want to get the summer wardrobe out, especially for the second half of the weekend. Upper 80s for highs. The complete first alert forecast is next.
This is meteorologist Eric Davis with your first alert weather.
Well, over the last couple of days, a pesky upper level low has been situated just to our north, keeping temperatures unusually cool. And also because of all the cold air in the upper levels of the atmosphere, we've had a rather unstable environment, which from time to time leads to showers and even occasionally yesterday, thunderstorm activity across southeastern North Carolina. So here's the pattern tonight. Watch what's going to happen, though, as we advance into your Saturday. Notice the area of low pressure rapidly retreating and warmer colors building to our southwest, beginning to move in. Now, I think tomorrow is not exactly going to be the warmest day, warmer than what we've seen, but highs tomorrow mostly in the upper 70s. But as this low really begins to retreat by Sunday, we are going to see a massive warm up as a big ridge begins to build over the southeastern United States. And we could be talking about temperatures by Sunday or Monday in the upper 80s here in Wilmington, and maybe even in some spots close to 90 degrees. So I told you a few minutes ago, you might want the summer wardrobe. This is the reason why, the huge change in the weather pattern that we're about to see over the weekend and into the early part of next week. For tonight, though, don't get the summer wardrobe out just yet. 52 will be the overnight low, gradual clearing, cool and crisp. There's a couple of showers right now, as I'll show you in Brunswick County, but even those showers seem to be weakening. And then for tomorrow, mostly sunny, warmer. And of course, the most important thing is it will actually be mostly sunny. Westerly winds around 10 miles per hour. Just a very small chance of a shower. That's most likely going to occur later in the day as a very weak system passes by. Might be a couple of showers tomorrow during the evening. A couple of thunderstorms, it looks like, developing up in Harnett County. We'll have to see if these are able to hold together and push their way into Sampson County. Meanwhile, just a little bit of shower activity you can see around Columbus and Brunswick counties. We zoom on in here. You can see things pretty quiet. One little shower you can see developing back here in Cumberland County, but it looks like for the most part things are beginning to wind down. Clouds increasing, though. This is a live view from the Ocean Isle Inn. We're looking out towards the beach. You can see clouds increasing in Ocean Isle as a couple of showers begin to approach your area. So if you are in Ocean Isle, might want to grab the umbrella, but as I said, as we head through the rest of the evening hours, we expect a decreasing trend in the amount of shower activity. Area of low pressure continuing to pull away as we take a look at our hour-by-hour forecast model, and it looks like by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures a little cool start off, 52 degrees, so a jacket early in the morning, but lots of sunshine on tap for tomorrow afternoon. 71 by about noontime, mid or upper 70s by 4 o'clock, and a weak little system swings by with a small shower chance tomorrow evening, but even warmer conditions as we head into Sunday. And how warm are we talking about? Well, how about 88 degrees on your Sunday, 88 again on Monday, and then next week more warm weather, but isolated thunderstorm chances ramping up for Tuesday through Friday. Fran?
This week's tornado, a learning tool now for the National Weather Service in Wilmington, which was caught by surprise. No warning issued to alert folks of a tornado that touched down and disappeared within minutes. WECT's Bill Murray was at their headquarters today with more fallout from this unique storm.
Wasn't these storms?
There may have been no injuries from this week's tornado touchdown, except maybe for Tim Armstrong's bruised ego.
It's a personal damage on our honor, I think, that when we miss an event. Hello, this is Tim. Can I help you?
A senior meteorologist with the National Weather Service talking about Thursday's big oops.
It was on the ground for about 7 minutes, and our radar really did not do a very good job indicating the threat that did exist. We were watching these storms that were producing hail from just north of Wilmington up to almost Burgaw along Interstate 40, but those were not the storms producing the tornado. It was this small feature right here that actually was producing the tornado.
That little blip is all it took. 7 minutes from start to finish, hop, skipping, and jumping along a 1.5 mile path of northern New Hanover County.
This is Chief Meteorologist Gannon Medwick.
It nagged me yesterday afternoon why there was no warning.
Our chief meteorologist vocalizing what many of you at home were thinking. Why no advanced warning?
The atmosphere didn't fit the classical parameters that we generally look for tornadoes.
Cooler air than normal on a day part of the state actually saw snow.
The entire tornado would have fit within a football field very easily.
We went and got in the bathroom, and I prayed that God would protect us, and He did.
The National Weather Service operates a fleet of satellites in space.
22,000 miles in space is a long way from your backyard. Your role in keeping people safe is just as vital as the tech at the team's fingertips.
Just ask and beg for more reports from the field. If you see a spinning cloud, if you see a funnel coming out of the cloud, send us a tweet, get on the phone and give us a call. And will help us to do a better job next time and get those warnings out.
You're watching WECT News at 6.
When we first introduced you to Angela Gray a few months ago, she was undergoing chemo. Radiation would follow. Tonight, another example that a breast cancer diagnosis does not have to be a death sentence.
I'm a diva, I'm not gonna lie, I wanna stay cute.
That was Angela Gray in January, in the midst of chemo. She had lots of sick days, eventually taking a leave from work. This is Angela Gray a few weeks ago, returning to work after a grueling journey of chemo and radiation.
It's the first day back at work after all of those treatments. How does it feel?
Wonderful. It feels good. It really does. I feel good.
The program assistant with the New Hanover County Health Department admits she was like most women when she got the diagnosis, devastated.
I'm going to be honest with you.
But a strong family support system helped. So did Faith.
Don't lose hope. And I know it's easier said than done, but don't lose hope. And every day that you wake up, live.
Angela says now that the worst part of her cancer journey is over, she's discovered something all brand new, herself.
Love the diva within, because sometimes we mask as a diva, but deep down inside, we don't really love that person. And so I did that, what I call soul work of loving me. And as a result, I really began to live, even in breast cancer and going through that, I began to live during those treatments. And not unknowingly, I began to inspire so many.
Angela will have another mammogram this May, but for now, she remains very optimistic that she's cancer-free.
I'm living in the now and excited about the future.
As for her hair loss from chemo, her husband said when she first went bald, he wanted her to stay that way.
He still wants the bald. He does. He loves the bald. But for me, I'm enjoying the short natural, and I'm going to stay here for a while.
And she can. Now, as we do every 6th of the month, we're reminding you to call a friend and remind them to do that important breast self-exam. If you'd like one of our pink packs that shows you how, log on to our website and click on Pink Pack. We, along with our sponsors at New Hanover Regional Medical Center, will get one to you in the mail. You can also write to us at 322 Shipyard Boulevard. And I just want to say quickly, Eric, I want to dedicate that to my mother. This is Mother's Day weekend. Yes. Of course, Mama lost her battle with breast cancer about a year ago, but she battled it for over 20 years. And she was the one who would always say, breast cancer diagnosis is not a death sentence. So.
Yeah, and my mom was actually a breast cancer survivor about 15 years ago, and early detection was actually real critical to her survival. 77 the high tomorrow. Look at the temperature by Sunday, 88 degrees, so incredibly warm. It was in the 60s today, 20 degrees warmer as we head into Sunday, and mostly dry.
Warm for Mother's Day.
Yes.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching.